they're selling little baskets. Inside the baskets are birds, and the idea is that you buy a basket and then can release the bird, and then they catch it again and the cycle restarts.
In 1977, we made the first plans for an overland tour through Africa. 37 years later, the dream became reality. We spent 4 years on the road, traveling through 5 continents. Our journey came to a sudden stop in Southeast Asia due to Corona. We have hit the road again, but nobody knows where and when our voyage will end. In the previous episode, we visited the various sites in Vientiane, the capital of Laos. We found a temporary solution for the broken gas springs of our pop-up roof and traveled north to Vang Vieng.
Today we stay in Vang Vieng and we go out for a walk between the beautiful karst mountains.
After our walk, we buy vegetables at the market. We leave the meat, which is kept fly-free, fully automated. We also buy oven-fresh bread rolls.
Last night there was a lot of rain again. It's now fortunately dry. It appears that a problem that we had in the past after the windshield was replaced in Bolivia, there was a bit of a leak, and because it was not sealed around the windshield, and that was repaired later on, but it looks like the repair wasn't completely done right. We're now on our way to Luang Prabang. That's the former capital of Laos, a UNESCO classified heritage site. The road is about 220 kilometers, but it's pretty bad with all the potholes, so we have no idea how much time it's going to take.
The first part goes along steep karst mountains and green rice terraces. The second part is higher and goes along green mountains. Constantly we pass through traditional villages with small wooden houses.
Ready? 1 kilo.
We make a stop to buy fruit at one of the fruit stalls along the road. The road ranges from passable to abysmal, with large potholes and unpaved sections smashed by trucks from Laos, China and Vietnam. It poured last night and drizzles all day. Although we are in the rainy season, we have not had much trouble with the rain in Laos so far. The rain fell at night or at times when we had already planned to be indoors. At one section in the mountains we even get fog. We spent the night in a traditional house with a balcony overlooking the garden and the river in the distance. Next to the restaurant where we have dinner are the remains of one of the bamboo bridges that are built at the beginning of the dry season.
Here is a bamboo bridge, but that's definitely not usable now.
We enjoy a nice breakfast in our guest house. The guest house had 2 bicycles we could borrow. Of course they are far too small, but it is much better than walking. Margriet wants to take a weaving course. We check out 2 places that we found on the internet where weaving courses are given. The first course is run by 2 very friendly ladies who speak excellent English. The first course brings little new techniques for Margriet. Therefore, Margriet books a 3-day course at the second training facility.
Today it started raining in the course of the morning, and it is still raining, and it doesn't look like it will stop anytime soon.
Margriet applies for a job as a security guard. We decide to visit the National Museum. The museum is a colorful, dimly lit, poorly arranged collection of items related to the last king of Laos. After visiting the museum, we go back to the hotel.
Good morning, sorry. Today Margriet is going to have the first day of her weaving course, and I'll go back into town. We're now in the UNESCO-listed part of town, so you see all the traditional houses on one side and the river on the other side.
These ladies are selling offerings for the temple on top of the hill.
I am now going to climb up the hill that is in the center of the peninsula to the Phu Si Stupa. The stupa was built in 1804 by a king called Anurat, and the story is, one legend with ancient roots in Ramayana, is that the mountain was moved from Sri Lanka, former Ceylon, by the monkey king Hanuman. Behind me you see that at this shop they're selling little baskets. Inside the baskets are birds, and the idea is that you buy a basket and then can release the bird, and then they catch it again and the cycle restarts. So that may be one of the reasons that there's so few birds here in the area. They know that tourists don't like it, so first the lady who's selling them turned away, pushed her face away, and now they have put the tray with the little baskets underneath the table so that you can't see them anymore. Laos has a long holiday period in the rainy season, about 3 months. So that means that most of the schools we've seen so far are closed. I'm now entering the most famous monastery in Luang Prabang, the monastery called Wat Mai Suwannaphumaham.
This was built at the end of the 18th century. The temple is very important for the Laosians of Luang Prabang. After the Chinese had destroyed the town in the last half of the 19th century, it served as a temple for the royal family and also sheltered for a long time the Prabang Buddha statue, a mystical symbol in the country. It was also the residence of the highest Lao Buddhist dignitary, Pra Sankarat. During the Lao New Year, the Prabang is put on display in the temple for 3 days. Laosians from all over the country come to devoutly sprinkle the statue with water whilst making wishes. In the afternoon it starts to rain again. In the next episode we continue our visit to Luang Prabang, the highlight of Laos.